Chapter 77, Chapter 40. In a cottage in the middle of the lake, a man and a woman are seen. Darzil and Kalia. They were sitting side by side, and Kalia was seen leaning her head on Zil's shoulder. She entrusted her whole body to the man next to her. Go back to the mansion. It's getting late. Zil subconsciously strokes Kalia's hair. Can I stay like this a little longer? Kalia looked at Zil like an adorable puppy. Would you be bored? Zil flicked her forehead. Never. She rested her head on his shoulders again. You can. Do it to your heart content. Somehow, he couldn't refuse her request. He could only sigh in his heart. He then took a blanket from his storage space and covered Kalia. Thank you. I love you, Zil. She hugged him very tightly, as if afraid Zil would leave her. Not long after, she fell asleep on Zil's shoulder. After confirming that Kalia was asleep, Sylvie manifested herself in front of Zil. I'm sorry, I just showed up. I just didn't want to interrupt your time. Sylvie flew over to Kalia and stroked her hair. Kalia was seen sleeping soundly on Zil's shoulder. Sometimes she would smile in her sleep. I see. So what do you want? Zil doesn't like small talk with her, so immediately asked the purpose. I just want to say thank you. This girl can forget her past, but please don't betray her. Sylvie looks like a mother who loves her child very much. I did it because I want to, so you don't need to thank me. And lastly, I won't betray her. I don't know why, she reminds me of my past. Zil stroked Kalia's hair gently. Kalia suddenly pulled his hand and gripped it tightly. Looks like you won't be able to go back to your dorm. Sylvie chuckled at the sight of them. I've been meaning to do that ever since you won't leave my shoulder. Zil closed his eyes after seeing that. Good night. He whispered those words to Kalia and falls asleep too. Time passes quickly, and morning arrived. The sun shines on Zil and Kalia, who are sleeping by the lake. Oh, Kalia woke up from her sleep. What she saw first was Zil, who was next to her. Good morning. Zil looked at her, even though he wasn't smiling. His face softened. Good morning too, Zil. Did you stay with me all night? She was surprised and mixed with happiness because the first person she saw when she woke up was the person she loved. Yes, let's just say that you accompany me because this is front of my cottage and you have to prepare to teach today. Zil caressed her head gently. Kalia just smiled and closed her eyes. All right, I will go first. See you in class. Kalia kissed his left cheek. Before leaving, she blinked an eye and disappeared from where she was. Was she like that before? Zil asked Sylvie, who opened her mouth wide. I've never seen her like that. Sylvie sighed and flew back towards the mansion. The class that day entered lunchtime as usual. They all gathered in the cafeteria. Zil, Clara, and Princess Irish are currently sitting at a table for 4 people, so there won't be anyone else joining in while they're eating, let alone interrupted their time. Zil is currently eating his food bit by bit. Around the table looks empty, and absolute no students dare to sit close to them. The cause was the currently pale-faced and gloomy girl, Princess Irish Nigel. The amount of mana that was leaking from her body was even more than yesterday. If it weren't for the artifacts he gave to Clara, she might have died, because Clara was the closest to her in the academy. He could have sealed it, but it will be repeated the next day. If he did it frequently, then her mana will become unstable and more dangerous. Princess Irish, may I ask you something? Although Zeal is often seen with her and Clara, their relationship is not very close. You could say that Zeal was just a bonus for her friendship with Clara. Yes. What is it? Princess Irish tilted her head. Has anything happened these past few days? Zeal tried to ask a question that didn't make her suspect him. If he asked directly with a deep question, he was afraid that Princess Irish would not honestly answer him. I guess nothing special happened. She thought for a moment and answered doubtfully. Didn't you faint yesterday when you went to the restroom? Clara entered the conversation. Faint? Zeal looked at Princess Irish's face. She's no less beautiful than Kalia. If Kalia was transcendent beauty, then the girl before him was a mystical beauty. Her beauty aura is covered in very dark mana. Maybe I'm a little unwell. When I was in the restroom, suddenly my head got dizzy and my vision went dark. And when I woke up, I was already in the treatment room. Even the person on duty back then didn't know who brought me. Princess Irish looked confused. You better take care of your health, Princess. Zeal didn't ask more, because he had already found a few clues. Just then came a loud noise from the cafeteria entrance. The princesses and the teachers came together and sat away from Zeal's table. Maybe they didn't see it, or they were afraid of the girl in front of them. Princess Irish's face darkened. Irish, you still have me as your friend, don't you? Hope you find a solution to your problem soon. Clara seemed to already know the problem Princess Irish is having. She also at least knows that she can get close to her because of the hairpin that Zeal gave her. While Clara was calming Princess Irish, at a table some distance away from them, the princesses and teachers sat. At one table, like yesterday. The difference is that Princesses Irish and Clara are not with them. Freya, why do you look down? Princess Aisha asked Princess Freya with a soiled face. Oh, nothing. She shook her head and smiled again. She just got annoyed because when she wanted to eat at one table with Zeal, she saw Zeal had already eaten at the table for people, and the atmosphere around them was very dark, making her tremble as she approached them. The other students also felt the same way, even the teachers too. Miss Kalia, what's on that ring finger on your left hand? Princess Winnie dropped a bomb on everyone at the table. This? Isn't this a ring? Kalia showed her ring finger, which was decorated with a plain emerald ring. Yesterday, I didn't see you wearing it. Did you just buy it? But somehow I feel tremendous pressure from that ring you're wearing. Ashley was sitting next to her asked. I didn't buy it, but it's a gift from me. She smiled slightly as she said her last sentence and emphasized the word gift. Ahem. Princess Freya, who was eating, suddenly choked. Freya, are you okay? Princess Aisha immediately gave her a drink. Thank you, Aisha, I'm fine. She drank the water and looked back at the ring. On Kalia's ring finger, she gritted her teeth in annoyance. Congratulations, Miss Kalia, Princess Rainy smiled at Kalia, but it seemed that she enjoyed the reaction from Princess Freya earlier. Thank you, Kalia answered briefly. Miss Kalia, who gave it to you? Princess Rainy asked curiously. The sound of her breathing sounded a little rough, because she realized that the ring she wore on Kalia's finger was not just an ordinary magic tool. A man, for sure. She glanced at Princess Freya, who seemed to be holding back her jealousy and anger. He must be great to give something like that to you. Princess Rainy sighed and didn't bring up the topic anymore, because the person in front of her was a teacher. Of course. Once again, she smiled as she remembered Zeal giving her the ring. On one side, there is a princess with a dark face who keeps staring at Kalia while eating. After class is over, Zeal is currently in his cottage, accompanied by Clara. Kalia, their spiritism practice was finished for the day. Zeal, what exactly is your French relationship with the golden-haired princess? Kalia suddenly asked him. She was still curious and bothered by it until now. You could say it's just an acquaintance. Is there a problem? Zeal saw Kalia's face that looked worried. No, it seems like she knows you very well and likes you. Kalia wanted to ask that from yesterday, but she forgot it because Zeal gave her a ring, but she remembered again after seeing Princess Freya's reaction in the cafeteria. Maybe I also didn't know he could recognize me with my current appearance. Maybe there is something special about her eyes. Zeal just shrugged his shoulders and wasn't interested in the matter. As long as she keeps quiet and doesn't reveal Zeal's true identity, it's not a problem. Your current appearance, Kalia is confused, and tilts her head curiously. Zeal didn't say much. I just closed his eyes. Suddenly, his entire body distorted. When the distortion disappeared, what was visible there was Zeal with grey hair. His face became even more handsome and divine because he had now restored his power to demigod perfectly. He slowly opened his crimson eyes and looked directly into Clara's eyes. Clara's body trembled slightly, and a smile like blooming flowers formed on her face. Previously, she didn't care about Zeal's appearance at all. She really loved him very much, but after seeing the face of the person she loved in front of her, she couldn't help but fall in love with him again. It's something weird. He looks at Kalia with just smiles and didn't say anything. Kalia jumps and hugs Zeal. She buried her face in his chest. Nothing strange. I just fell in love with you again. Please stay with me. Don't ever leave me. She tightened her hug. Zeal didn't answer her and just stroked her beautiful and silky hair. Not long after that, she let go of her hand. Leia, do you like music? Zeal suddenly asked her. I like it. In the Elfin Kingdom, there's also a lot of music that I like, but it seems that in the human region, music is not very well liked and not developed. Kalia gave her honest opinion. I understand. Zeal kneeled on one leg and placed his palm on the ground. Kalia is confused about what he will do. Piano manifest. Plants sprout from the ground and intertwine together. This was the same thing that happened when he made the cottage. It wasn't long before a piano was formed, a musical instrument from Zeal's previous world. What is this? Zeal. Kalia asked curiously, but Zeal didn't answer her. He sat in front of the piano and started playing the tune he remembered. Ding, ding, ding. He started to play it. A beautiful melody came out from the piano he was playing. The voice echoed not only in the forest, but throughout the academy area. Kalia, standing beside him, put her hand on his shoulder and closed her eyes, enjoying the rhythm of the music that Seal was playing. Without her realizing, the music that Seal was playing was finished, and Kalia looked dissatisfied and wanted to ask for one more song, but the sound of applause stopped her. Blank, blank, blank. It turned out that you were also amazing at playing musical instruments. Princess Faria smiled, stood across the lake,